Welcome to Making Shapes Yoga. I'm John, and today we are working on our meditation practice. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, he gives us this very clear process in which we can work towards a state of meditation. First, it is by cultivating attention or focus of the mind, and then we move into concentration, and then eventually into meditation. So to deal with focus, right, the attention part of the mind, to keep the mind focused on things, we use a concept called savitarka, which means using an object or an idea to keep the mind focused on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to follow the Yoga Sutra. Why not? In the very first sutra of this section, in chapter 1, part 33, or Sutra 33, he gives us these four basic concepts or attitudes: friendliness, compassion, happiness, and the last one, indifference. There you go. Let's pick friendliness. Why not? This is something I talk to my daughter about all the time. So the great thing about these attitudes and focusing on them, essentially we're going to use the word meditating upon them, is that two things happen. Yes, the mind gets an opportunity to focus on these ideas or these attitudes. But as we focus on those attitudes more and more, we start to kind of imbue our personality with those attitudes. Meaning that, like I tell my daughter, if you'd like friends, be friendly, right? And when we focus on friendliness, we become more friendly. All right, so how do we do that, right? Yes, we can simply take the word friendliness, understand its meaning, break it down maybe. Or maybe you have a very close friend. This is what I like to do. Omar, this is a nod to you, buddy. um, you would think not keeping a friend's face like in your mind would be all that helpful, but it actually is, right? Try to really kind of think of the contours, think of pictures, images, moments in time that you've had with a friend, not necessarily an activity, because you don't want the mind to wander towards that activity. I'm talking about the picture of a friend's face, all right? Of a friendly person's face. Could be a friend, family member as well, all right? So find a comfortable seat. Let's begin. You do not have to be sitting cross-legged. You could be sitting in a chair. Heck, you can get yourself, just sit up in bed. Don't lie down though, please. Sit up tall. Right? Ears and shoulders and hips aligned. I suggest closing your eyes. It's going to be an easier way for you to imagine your friend's face or image. You can certainly place your hands where they feel most comfortable. I like mine in my lap. When we work on Qigong meditation, I will go into this little simple hand mudra, but placing one hand over the other just below the navel can be very helpful. This is what I'm using right now. All right, now I will keep time, that's for sure. This will not be a long practice in maintaining attention, that's for sure. Because what we want to do is be able to maintain the focus of the mind upon that image for as long as we can. If your mind begins to stray, simply turn your mind back to your friend's image. All right, so we're sitting tall, ears, shoulders, hips aligned, set your hands. All right, now just begin breathing smoothly and easily without too much control. You really want my instruction to fade into the background. And there will be no doubt that throughout this practice, my voice will fade in and out. I will provide you moments of quietness. I have this very distinct image of my best friend, and I try to keep that in my mind. The image I use is actually from a picture, an actual photograph, right, from the mid-1990s. Right? But it can certainly be a moment in time in which you remember seeing your friend. Again, remember to kind of gaze upon the contours, right? The inner gaze, if you will, the contours of your friend's face, image, noticing texture and tone. If your mind happens to wander, just simply bring your mind's focus back to that image. And remember, this is a good friend of yours, right? Maybe your best friend. There are experiences you've had with this friend. Remember that the attitude part of this practice is cultivating friendliness. The image itself, the image you are trying to capture in your mind right now, must come with the feeling of friendliness. It's not simply an image, but there is a power behind that image. And that power, of course, is friendliness. Keep your mind turned inward towards the attitude and image of friendliness. And if you do not already, place a very gentle smile upon your face. Move to an exhale. And then just take a deep inhale through your nose and draw your shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale out through your mouth. Roll your shoulders back and down. You can blink your eyes open. Not so bad, right? I want to thank you for joining me. Keep up your practice. My suggestion is to do the friendliness practice, the 4 attitudes practice, if you were, right? Friendliness, compassion, happiness, and indifference, right? Do just one every week, right? So friendliness for a week, compassion for a week, and so on. And then maybe return to it. Meditation practice is not easy. It looks easy outwardly, but it's not so on the inside, right? The mind wants to move all over the place. I'm trying to wrangle it in. I hope this is beneficial. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions. Peace.